was.
Can you stop swinging, please?
Why don't you WD-40 these chairs?
They don't need it.
Well, how many times think we'll get the question, where's Steven?
Mm-hmm.
Jack, you got it down there?
You alright? You good?
You good down there?
You Gucci?
Yeah, just reading now.
Read. You do that? Didn't know you could do that.
Dun, dun. Oh, my page has got moved to the bottom.
Zach, how come you don't share to your groups?
They don't
I'm
have.
not in any groups.
They don't have.
Oh, that's right. You made a new Facebook. I keep forgetting to make a new Facebook.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm just gonna stop.
Hold on.
Oh boy, who's it from? Oh boy. Yeah, normally this is where I tell you to read out loud, but I don't think we want you to read that one out loud.
Just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Brandon's time. His fingers are fired up now.
Then keep my mouth shut. Before he gets really upset. I don't care.
We're gonna wait a couple minutes for more people get in here. Since no one's talking.
Wait till a couple people get in here. It's only us three.
That's all you need. 3 amigos.
Oh, gee. Oh, man.
Dun, dun.
Well. Jack.
That doesn't make sense.
What? What?
It doesn't make sense.
Huh.
Huh.
Ah.
Yeah.
I guess we don't have anything.
Zach, leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Brandon, leave it alone.
No, I'm on the show, buddy. Calm down. I'm waiting for our viewers. We're getting more viewers in, and we're talking.
Yeah, where we at?
We're at 10.
All right, we got people.
We got people, baby.
We got people. We're waiting on Zach to get himself together over there.
I go. Zach, steering wheel's in your way, bud.
I tried telling him that, but he said he didn't want to get no closer to you. Something about the cooties or something, I guess. There you go. There you go.
Better.
Kansas City's got a dare. $100? Hell, what's the dare?
What's the dare?
I don't know. Wait, we got a chance to get $100.
What's up? Bugging.
Say what's in the chat out loud.
Huh?
You stupid.
Oh boy.
How's quality?
Sounded good.
You stupid.
All right.
We have a race coming up. Okay. We hear you. What we got?
What we got, Candace?
Because I think everybody's got a race coming up. Got nationals coming up.
I got a.
You turn that thing on.
It's on.
No.
Wait.
It's upside down.
Are we putting Zach out in the infield like one of the ring card girls, or?
Tell me who will win each class.
For
What racetrack? What class?
The first one to complete all the laps.
All right. That'll be me.
When's Zach gonna race again?
never. Happy New Year's, guys. This is the last show of the year.
Oh shit!
Man. I'll pay y'all $100 per class for each winner correct.
Wait. So do we get to say the winner once we know who's going to be racing?
No, you just have
how's
to
this
guess.
going to work?
We're just gonna guess Clay Harris because he might show up. If he does, he's usually pretty fast.
Anyways, all right, we'll get to that in a minute. All right. Welcome to the Let's Go Carl podcast episode. I don't know. What is it?
33.
33.
Last one of the year.
Last one of the year.
So do we count next year as a new season? Is this season 1 of the podcast?
Season 1 podcast.
No, I think you usually do it after a year of the show.
This is shit. I'm Loud Carl,
I'm Big Carl.
Amish Carl.
and the other two don't know.
Missing Carl and Missing Carl number 2.
Yep. Where's the big guy? Why don't you call him?
So
Next question.
next time he shows up, we have to refer to him as Missing Carl again.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and thank type it for the record. Okay. We gotta thank our sponsors, Candace Keeley. She's in here. She's been part of this since day one. Barca Motorsports been part of it since day one. Yeah, that's it for me. About it. Oh, RCP America.
That's it.
Freshies.
Megan with them damn freshies. You know what I'm saying? I just like that saying. Megan with them damn freshies. Praying for her.
I think that's about it.
That's about it.
I think so.
We went from a good group to our main three. He is missing in action. Let me know when you find him. So Megan doesn't know where he is.
Huh.
It's probably at the Golden Corral, to be honest.
Jones says he's in love again.
No, not if he's not.
Oh,
Not if Megan
Mr.
can't find him.
Jones. Mr. Jones popping off already. We all laughed that up. We're going to do some segments here about some kart week we did, about some 24 schedule. Josh has some juicy notes over here about that Jim Morgan race. You want to go ahead and you want to start off with that? That's some juicy shit right there.
Yeah, so we actually got the tire samples back from the Jim Morgan Memorial, and only one person failed. And it surprised nobody because this guy qualified on the pole by 2/10 and then went from first to sixth at his heat race, which never happens. So it was everybody kind of figured that was what was going on, and it became official that the number 68, Cody Allen, was doping tires for qualifying. And he has been DQ'd.
Hell,
Isn't he part of the...
I don't know.
Who's Cody Allen?
I don't know.
Me either.
But
he got blasted on Facebook, so all I know.
yeah, and they did kind of one of those cover it up, but you're kind of nerd. You know, like in the movies when someone's like, hey, act cool, and then you don't act cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went from, they did bad in their heat race, and the way they covered it up was they took their built motor out of the car and put a crate motor in for the next day. I guess they were trying to blame the engine or something. I have no idea, but yeah, it didn't work out. The truth came out. hats off to King Kenny and them for catching that. And I think after this, people will maybe not dope tires when they know there's going to be tire samples.
No way.
You can dream, can't you?
No, because
I mean, yes, you can dream.
dude, I'm telling you right now, it goes from local level all the way up to Sippers.
Yeah.
Someone is doing it.
Yeah.
Especially when you got a kiddie pool out, soaking tires.
Just rolling.
That's rolling tires. They come out soaking wet. What about the shit about was it Tulsa shootout or the Chili Bowl that the shootout? The shootout.
Yeah,
the Chili Bowl's coming up.
The day before the thing even started, people were getting thrown out and told they couldn't race for the weekend because they had dope tires. Now, I don't know how they tested them. I don't know if they did a punch rule, if Tulsa has a special tool that none of us else know about.
No, but I heard the other day you had to buy your fuel and your tires from them at the racetrack.
That would ruin your entry cars coming in.
They still had 1,600 plus entries.
I'm talking about for next year. Because if
right.
you're going to force a rule like that, because a lot of people like buying tires through the year. Okay,
Right.
we'll buy a set, send them to the side. A lot of people can't just toss out a damn $10,000 for tires for 700 fucking races. It's ridiculous.
Well, I think if you're going to the shootout, you can though.
I don't think you're hurting for money. So.
Yeah, if you're going to that, I don't think you're hurting for money.
Canada said they use a sniffer. Sniffer don't work, point blank. They tried that shit at East Bay. They tried that shit at Go-Karts, W40. Any degreaser sets it off. I don't care if it's brand new. It will set off anything. You can piss on that tire and probably go off.
However they did it, they had a golf cart back, or more like a side-by-side bed full of tires wrapped in plastic that were confiscated. Actually, they confiscated the wheels, too. I wonder if they got those back. That'd be something, wouldn't it? Lose your wheel with your tire.
I'd be fine.
They did a lot of that this weekend.
At least get them back at the end of the week.
I like the guy that flipped come to the checkered and they interviewed him. He said, I'm gonna go beat that guy's ass. He's like, get out of the car, get out of the car.
He actually asked the official, it's okay if I do this, right? No, it's not. He goes, all right, I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do it anyways. I'm not going back anyways. I don't care.
They had a lot of highlights. I got some of them towards the back end. I got like 4 pages of notes because it's been 2 weeks since we've done this. So I got quite a bit saved. Some of it's little stuff that we can go through pretty quickly, including, I don't know how much of this do you want me to go through before you get into your kart week?
Go ahead. You already started.
So Volusia put out their schedule.
No street stocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No street stock races scheduled for 2024.
Now,
and they added Crown Vics for 2 races.
Before you pop off real quick, before you start like hammering them.
No, I'm not going to do that. It's just.
I get where everybody's coming from because there's a lot of guys that have a street stock and a late model.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I have a street stock late model and you're not going to run my class the same night, or you're not going to run that class, I ain't coming back with blank. But where are you going to race then? You got North Florida, you got All-Tech, you got Henry County, and you got East Bay.
There's still plenty of racetracks in Florida. So you don't. But I don't know. I'm not trying to, for once, I'm not trying to bash Volusia. It just was something that I seen and was kind of like, that's interesting.
Maybe because it was their lower car count out of the whole year class.
There was a pretty low car count. I can't deny that.
But it's hard for you to run a street stock class. Then three other freaking racetracks are doing the same thing on the same night. And
with street stocks, it's hard to change the gears, and not everybody wants to do all that. So it makes a difficult run. You know, we were hoping crusa was going to go to a quick change rear end. For that reason, most other street stock classes have gone to a quick change, but crusa decided not to this year.
They old school.
So, yeah, and after I bent my brand new rear end, I was kind of hoping that they were going to go quick change so I wouldn't feel as bad about having to throw out a brand new rear end. Not that I threw it out, but, put it to the side because it's still 75% of it's still good. So we're going to try to find somebody that can fix that. North North Florida Speedway put out their winter heat schedule, and last year they ran on the Sunday of East Bay's Winter Nationals. That way they could catch all the cars headed back home. This year they put it on Saturday, so I imagine that, which there's probably still going to be a bunch of street stocks, don't get me wrong. There's a ton of us in Florida. But it just makes you question why they would do that on a night where Crate Racing USA is going to be at East Bay.
I think we'll get all our local guys. Of course, we're going to get you. We're going to get, our local people, but
I'm sure we'll still get, Chad Thrash and all them big guys.
you might have 30.
I'm expecting quite a few. Nick Ebert's going to be there.
Who?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's coming out of retirement?
No. You got to ask him, like, at 6 p.m. that night, hey, you coming? Because they'll tell you all week, I'm coming. No, I'm not coming. I didn't even wash the car.
He's probably still not even washed.
Yeah, he told me he's running nationals. I imagine Zach Amundsen will also be there. There's probably going to be quite a few cars.
What do you think their ideas of tire? Do you think they're going to worry about tire testing?
Cruza, absolutely. They are hard on testing tires. That's like their number one thing that they're known for is testing tires. And they're the kind of place that will test you on Thursday and overnight your samples, and if they come back wrong, you can't race on Saturday. I think last year they actually told people to leave the premises because they failed tire test.
They did that for late models too.
Yeah. So I guarantee they're going to be testing as many cars as they can. And them races are going to be longer races, so I imagine that the people that do prep tires, it's either not going to help them or it's going to get to a point where it vanishes and they lose their advantage anyways. So we'll see what happens. Had a new race get announced, the Yankee Dirt Track Classic, paying $100,000 to win.
Where at?
It is in 300. It's at 300 Raceway in Farley, Iowa. It's the XR stock cars.
Why does that sound like it's fake?
Is Iowa even real? So I went and looked at their rules to see if something like a cruiser street stock can run it. No.
What you gotta have?
Well, you have to have an OEM steel body. You have to have the factory body line, so any aluminum body's out. Now the thing that
Y'all are fucking gone.
Now, the thing that confused me was, so you have to run a stock body, but you can run a dart block. Yeah.
Okay.
You can also run a Burt or Bren, or you can run an automatic.
Wow.
Quick changes and 9-inch, both allowed.
Floater. Don't get that in there.
Yeah,
Floater.
9-inch floater. Yeah. You're not allowed to have cameras pointing to any moving components on the race car.
I never heard that kind of rule.
Wait,
Me
what?
neither.
Wait, what?
So if you want to have a camera watching the rear end, can't have it.
Yeah, you.
Oh, you can't put GoPros on.
No.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
you can have cameras, just not under
Only
the deck,
like in the
basically.
cockpit area.
Yeah, and their Wi-Fi has to be turned off. Yeah, I don't know how you check that because most of my cameras turn the Wi-Fi on anyways.
Is there a setting?
I mean, that's like, all the new GoPros are gonna turn on.
Yeah, once you turn the camera on, you have to go into it and turn the Wi-Fi off.
I mean, I can only see that if they're not allowing spotters.
I saw a brake letter right there, boy.
Yeah, so
Are they allowing spotters or no?
spotters?
Like people to spot?
No, it's dirty.
Because then I can only see that that's why they would tell you to turn the Wi-Fi off, because then you can have one facing back behind you. And then be like, hey, Brandon, fucking Josh is coming up behind you. He's going high. You slide up in the turn and just knock him in the fence.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what the rules for. I don't know if they think that people are going to have rear view cameras or something. I don't know.
All right, so what kind of car we need for you to run this, Josh? We're going to go buy one?
Monte Carlo straight up.
Basically, I mean, even your shocks can't be tilted at all. They got to be straight up and down.
What in the world? What kind of racetrack is this?
So before we start hammering them, I think they're building this race off of what they have up there.
Well, yeah, it's
So-
the XR series.
So I feel like we're pretty advanced in racing right now. A lot of places, Ohio and all that, they don't have the technology or the rules are still old They're not updated to our rules.
Yeah.
They got somebody with a stopwatch steering wheel. How fast you just went.
Yeah, so I think I've got it in here further, but we'll go on to our next thing of rules. You are allowed to run, and what confused me was the way they put it in the rules is you're allowed to run the CT 400 crate engine, which I figured out was just a 604.
Yep.
We just had to put that cool name out there.
You're right. I was like, man, they're allowed to run pretty big, but all right.
Body must match the chassis.
Yeah.
It's a V8 Warrior race.
Yeah, basically is what it. But with dart blocks and quick change rear end.
So you can have some B stuff. It's a V8 Warrior on steroids.
It's an expensive V8 Warrior. Basically, what we got.
So John Bradley went on here and said, if you got to prep your tires, you are not working on your race car. Now I agree with that, but in another opinion, if you got 3 other guys waxing your ass, you think it's just like you can have the same car. That guy's gonna be 2/10 faster no matter what.
Yeah, that's that's the advantage of prep. But then at the end of the night, if you get caught with it, the penalty's pretty big. I would imagine it would be enough to stop most people. Not to mention, not just the penalties that crusa hands out, but then you get blasted on Facebook, and you basically are known everywhere as a cheater, and a lot of mean things get said about you if you get caught doping tires. It's interesting. So, but like
That's
you
if you
said,
get caught.
yeah, well, if you get caught, but a lot of people have gotten caught. So,
What else before we jump into the segment?
let's see. Oh, you're not allowed to run Camaros, Mustangs, Firebirds, or wagons.
Damn it.
Yeah, you got
The old shag wagon.
limited vehicle options. So if you don't have a deck in your car, you have to have the stock or a full firewall and floor pan. It doesn't have to be the stock one, but it does have to be steel.
What are they calling that class?
Stock cars,
Oh, the stock car.
just XR stock cars.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They're making you work to get this car exactly how they want it. I mean, but they're gonna pay big, so
well, it's like Brandon said. Probably everybody that's around there runs that style of car, anyways. If you have a deck, though, you can remove the floor pan below the deck.
Rochelle, this ain't your show. So you can calm down. She's popping off right now. She said, forget all what we're talking about, talk about Tulsa.
We're getting there.
Golly.
We're getting there.
jeez.
There's only like 4 nights to talk about, so
Yeah.
and it's still going on.
So, and we got Heart Week. Jesus.
We do have that. And Mouse Energy drink sponsored. At first, I thought they just did the Chili Bowl, but I guess they also did the Tulsa Shootout. So it's cool to see NOS continuing to invest more and more in the racing scene. You know, they sponsor series and race cars and events like this.
We still haven't.
Siri, where did y'all pay for the hangover?
We still haven't started the race yet.
Oh yeah, we're watching Tulsa right now. They're not even doing nothing right now.
Yeah, no,
They're sitting in the grid.
well, they're probably doing another round of track prep. They do a lot of track prep, but I'll give them credit. Yeah,
Yeah, they're doing track prep right now.
but I'll give them credit. Within 30 minutes, they have the racetrack looking like it ain't been touched yet.
Yeah.
So they do a pretty good job with it. They've got a ton of people working there. I can tell you're reading when you roll forward.
I don't want none. She said it would keep the show even more interesting. We don't care about the. I'm saying it.
Listen, I have notes on the Tulsa Shootout.
Yeah, he has notes. I don't care about it. I honestly don't care.
Cruza finally put out their 2024 rules. And one thing that I was hoping Steven was going to be here for to talk to him about is in 2025, a full containment seat will be required.
It should be required now.
It should be, yes. But I don't know why he refuses to run one, but he's going to have to now. So there you go. There's a shot claim rule of $300 per shot.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
I already know one car I want to bet. And it's not in their class. It's in a different class.
Well,
It's been caught this year already. Because I guarantee you bought another one.
yeah.
There's no way you rotate that freaking good.
Yeah, this year they are requiring that you have SFI rated shoes, but gloves continue to be recommended, not required.
So I can't wear Hey Dudes?
No, you can't wear Hey Dudes.
What if I take the SFI off my suit and stitch it to my Hey Dudes?
What if you just spray your Hey Dudes with fire retardant?
That would work. That would work. There's a lot of people at Daytona racing dudes. That's all I know.
Yeah, they came over the intercom and said that you cannot wear them anymore.
Something that I noticed that I question with the creation of the Johnson and Laser chassis that are fully tubular, stock frame must remain from steering box mounts to center of rear end, and frame rail has to remain in stock location. So it sounds like you have to have a stock frame to run cruiser, but a lot of cars have already been built with the Johnson chassis, so I don't know if that's going to be an issue or not.
They'd be throwing a lot of people out.
Yeah, so I was hoping maybe if somebody out there has some input or knows more than I do, because the way that I understand it, the Johnson and Laser chassis are not stock, but they're pretty much the same, just tubular instead of whatever came from GM.
All it does is make it easier to repair. If you knock a front clip off, it's just easier to put one on.
And with Monte Carlos becoming harder to find in good enough condition to build a car off of. So that's why I'm wondering if this is Cruza trying to get rid of those, or if it's something completely unrelated, and I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We've got Brandon Shepard had a big announcement. Teaming up with Longhorn for the 2024 World Outlaw season. The Shepard Rigs Racing will be the new Longhorn factory team. And we've got the street stock portion of the Swamp Cabbage 100 is now $7,500 to win. At Hendry County, shout out to David McCormick for sponsoring that and bringing the payout up for that. That's going to be a big event. That's going to be a ton of race cars there. So I'm looking forward to that one.
My only complaint is you gotta make the start money higher. Here, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it's everywhere, even go-karts. It's $10,000 to win, and we drop the $500. Listen, you're gonna spend $225 entry fee, right?
Yeah.
Then you got your pit pass, your crew pit pass, mom dad's pit pass.
Even if it was just one pit pass,
you won't equal. You wouldn't even equal out.
Right.
And that's my only complaint is
it's $225 to start, but it start and then you make the race.
Not with just that race, and not pointing fingers at that race, but I'm talking racing period.
Yeah.
Right now.
It's money's hard to come by for everybody, and sponsors are few and far between anymore. Yeah. Just hats off to Ken Kinney for putting these races together and giving us the time to race for more than what we normally race for.
That track is literally keeping the street stocks alive.
It's definitely helping. I just wish it were closer.
Right.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Yeah, that's pretty far down there. Yes, the Jackson Peters interview. Did y'all see this? The little kid at Tulsa?
You talking about hot moms?
I sent that to you the other night. I'm just out here driving for all the hot moms.
Oh, I love that. Freaking love it.
So that kid's going places.
Right.
So, good to see that the young kids are out there able to have good personalities like that.
And they're better than us in interviews.
Yeah, they're PR trained at a young age.
For sure. What was that?
Hope that was a firework.
Yeah, that was just a firework.
Oh, okay.
We did finally see some onboard video of Tyler Carpenter taking the wall down at the Dome with the two-seater.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That was interesting. The rider loved it, though.
Oh, I would have too.
But did you notice, I've never seen somebody whose arms fit inside the rib protectors.
Me either.
It'd be like Zach sitting in your seat.
No, it's still a tight fit.
So, I see you have Tulsa, right?
Yeah.
Before we jump into that, because I know you're going to spend freaking 10 hours on that.
Yeah, I got quite a lot of notes on there.
You got like quite a notes.
Yeah, I got a couple pages.
Couple pages.
Couple pages.
Oh,
Josh, what you been
shit.
doing, dude?
Watching the Tulsa shootout. It's been on for 4 days.
Before we jump on all that, because I'm sure we're going to end with that. Correct? Pretty much.
Yeah, I got a couple things after that, including a Cobb of the Year.
Yes, I love it. Well, we're going to do Daytona Kart Week. And,
Y'all went and raced on the Lime Rock.
oh, God, I hate Lime Rock.
It's fun when it's wet.
Dude, it was
Fun
fun
when
when
it
it's
gets
wet.
dry.
What is this guy? This guy talking about?
Oh, it was
All in all, the 3 days, we had for us, a fantastic weekend. Made 7 out of 8 classes. We actually sat on a pole of one of them, which was shocking. He didn't even believe he sat in the hole, to be honest. So,
well, because we'd get up there and then like there'd be like 4 carts left to qualify, and then they would just kick us right out.
right. I feel like if it really pissed me off, all the floor people would be like A and B group, and everybody else be E group. I don't know who they're blowing, but it's bullshit. A couple floor guys that actually rocked it too was Cruiser Lopez. He definitely showed up. Ronnie Hurd showed up. He had a class 1 lap car gun damn way.
The goat showed up.
Jonathan Davenport?
No. Raymond showed up. He was probably going in finishing 2nd or 3rd in that 50 lapper. And Fat Boy got tired. He fell out of the seat.
He would have finished 3rd.
Yeah, he fell out of the seat pretty
I will say
quick.
that's the thing I'm afraid of with that 90 lapper coming up at East Bay. That's going to be a tiresome race.
He actually put a sissy strap on.
Oh, I don't blame him.
And that's demanding. That you know you racer. That track is demanding on your body.
Yeah. It's an interesting racetrack. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Florida for sure. The only racetrack where you could actually lose paint because of the surface of the racetrack.
It's stupid. So I started putting tear offs on his helmet just so when the rocks hit, it just tear off instead of the shield.
Yeah. No, I ran tear-offs at Daytona because it got wet and muddy.
So, track condition horrible.
Well, it sounds like y'all got a lot of rain and a lot of cold.
It
We
wasn't.
had one day rain.
It wasn't even long rain.
Well, y'all rained out a whole day.
It rained for like 10 hours, dude.
Yes, but
That's a lot.
so instead of calling the show at 10 a.m. where we could have just went and did something today, no, we're going to send 6 classes out and go, oh,
No, wait, you're skipping. You gotta wait till 2 o'clock to figure out what we're gonna do.
then it took another 3 hours for them to even get the track, like,
And race condition
race condition.
really wasn't because the car came back and it looked like it just went through the mud hole.
So he went out first, right? Then we grabbed the other go-kart, put tires on it. As I'm sitting on the grid, I get floor pan. Whole floor pans came out.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm like, okay. Then,
So did they zip tie the floor pan on?
so we started up, getting ready to go out. They made a shut off. They said, go back to your trailers. We're like, why? Oh, they said it was too dangerous.
The track was too
dangerous. But the rest of the 2 days, it was the same show.
because they didn't. I don't think they really worked it.
See, now I was kind of upset the year that I went to Daytona. It didn't rain at all. The 2 years that my brother raced it poured, and the kart that we were driving was a 2001 Prowler, and this was in 2012 to 2014. That old Prowler, I liked the wet racetrack, so when it was my year to finally race, I was getting pretty excited about it. And I remember in practice day, I actually passed Austin Yarborough. I'm telling you, that old one Prowler loved the wet racetrack, especially with my fat butt in the seat, giving it all that forward bite.
Yeah.
And then it didn't rain, ever. So the track dried out.
And you sucked.
Yeah, I sucked. And I actually formulated a plan for the last race of the weekend with my buddy who broke in qualifying. So he started behind me, and I said, look, man, I'll fucking cut the wind. You get behind me and push me. We'll go to the front. And then he broke.
Nice.
So we stayed in the back.
Tech was ridiculous. Took forever.
Tech and go-kart races always takes forever.
But
I missed
it
the old-
like they didn't really know what to do.
I miss the old Dirt Devils days where you'd walk up and the tech man would be like, everybody good? All right, go back to your trailer.
Yeah, but when one guy wins 10 classes in 2 days, we kind of question it a little bit. So we had to wait for him to get off the racetrack to tear his ass down for us to go, okay, you're good. So I stood here for 3 hours. It's 39 degrees outside.
At 2:30 in the morning.
At 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
They were done racing at 2 o'clock. We're supposed to be.
They go, oh, we're going to practice at 8:30.
Yeah, the next day.
But all in all, had fun. Driver learned a lot. Thought driver was actually going to get us one. Stepped on his dick. But it's okay. Finished second. Because it was just him and that kid. The rest of the field was 10 cars.
Yeah.
10 cars behind. All in all, we were good all 3 days.
It sounds like Jake's really getting to be more consistent and a little quicker. So it's good to see.
You can definitely tell that's the most he's ever raced in 3 days.
Yeah.
He's definitely wore out. I can't complain. We say right now, fuck that shit hole. We ain't going back. And it's going to be like a month before. Hey, we're going.
Next August, you'll be like, yeah, I think we should go to Daytona.
Yeah. Well, I like it because it equals the playing field.
Well, how do you turn down racing at Daytona?
Right.
So
we picked the go-kart first day.
that always helps.
Yep. 3 races on. She's gone. Yeah, it was sad. Because, once you ride a go-kart like 10 times, it starts getting good. It starts getting a sweet spot, it starts to flex out.
Mm-hmm.
That one started to do it. It was starting to get good. So, hey,
It's really flexed out now.
Your phone's blowing up.
It was just the first notification I've gotten.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know whose phone's blowing up. I think your phone's blowing up.
Yeah, with all the fans we got, boy. What?
I'm over here waiting for the shootout to start.
Sounds like it started.
No, not yet. They're still doing driver introductions.
Yeah.
The talk of the whole thing after we got a little cool check, my saying was, can I cash this? Like, where do I go to cash this big ass check?
A big bank.
That's what I said. I said, where's the big bank check at?
They left it blank though.
Yeah, they left it
So
blank.
when I ran Daytona, it was 2 days of racing. So what is different now to make it 3? Did they just add an extra day with the same classes, or did they add another round of classes?
So it's literally the same classes all 3 days,
Okay.
but Vegas the first full day. That's Magnuson 2 days.
Huh.
Which I like it. Listen, you pay $1,600 park and you pay $850 for freaking entry fees. You better get your damn 3 days racing.
$55 for a 4-wheeler.
That's ridiculous. You spend $5,000 before you can get there.
Like I said, go-kart racing is more expensive than stock car racing anymore.
So, all in all, good weekend. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
And you can go to your stupid Tulsa shit.
Well, yeah. So the Tulsa shootout is still ongoing. It's been going on for 3 or 4 days now. 1,600 plus entries. We got 13 from Florida. I'll get into that in a second. Do want to talk about the flagman Terry Maddox, because for those that don't know, he flags the entire day from 10 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the next morning,
So did our guy.
and does it for 4 days straight, whatever it is.
I watched our guy. He left that stand twice to piss. That's it.
Did anybody at least take him a cheeseburger?
No. He didn't have a seat up there.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Wearing boots.
Well, Terry's standing out in the infield of a race car track, so I'm sure he doesn't have very many amenities either. But they do have quite a lot of breaks, so he probably has at least a place to sit down for a minute. For those that don't know about Terry Maddox, he actually, in high school, started a 600cc sprint car series. So he owned a series while he was still in high school.
Right.
That is the now 600 series, which is the rules that most places go by. It's what the rules are for the Tulsa shootouts. He's heavily involved in that. And we need more people like that are getting series together and getting rules and bringing people together and giving them a place to race. So last night, one of the last races, one of our Florida locals, John Crowder, actually hit the fence pretty hard. Car was stuck up on the fence, and he was trapped in the race car, but he was okay and got out of it. That crew, man, within
Seconds.
within seconds they're there. They've got the situation assessed. there's 12 people standing around the car that all know what they're doing. It's really impressive to watch. And, while they've got people that are trying to fix the race car, they've got other people like fixing hay bales and working on the fence, and they're doing all of it all at the same time, and nobody's getting in anybody's way. It's really interesting to watch. And maybe 20 minutes later, they had the track ready to race again. Which, when you have to do a fence repair and replace barrels of hay and remove a race car that was flipped over and trapped, it's pretty impressive to see. And like we said, also they were pretty impressive with the track prep. Where within 30 minutes, you couldn't tell it was raced on, and every class got a fresh new racetrack to start on. So we got the second crew, quick fence repair. Then we got our Florida representation. So Dodge Carl Burt, he got to, I think, both B mains.
He came through a lot of racing.
He did a lot of racing and won a C main by about an area code.
Nice.
He was checked out.
Frick yeah.
Yeah, so good to see that. Dodge isn't somebody that gets to race on dirt a lot, so it's cool to see how good he is with the limited seat time. And hopefully we'll get to see him some more on the dirt side in the 600 sprint cars. He was one of the guys running his stock 600cc engine against the Outlaws as well. Then, I don't know, do we still count Chase Cabry as a Florida guy?
No. Nah.
Yeah, I know he changed his hometown to whatever, North Carolina, which was kind of sad to see because he's from Florida, and usually you stick with your own hometown no matter where you currently reside at. But, oh well. Then the one that we know Rochelle's wanting us to talk about is Autumn Christ. I didn't get to see much of her racing this weekend.
Who's Rochelle?
Right, where Carl?
No.
That one. I know if she's still watching. Maybe,
Oh, yeah, she's in here, buddy.
Yeah,
maybe
I
she
think
can
she's
give us some updates. I didn't get to see a lot of her racing. Didn't get to watch it.
I was waiting for her to go like crazy that we was talking about it.
Your dad says Chase who?
Yeah. So the one cool thing now in the shop, we have a TV. So we were able to watch the Tulsa shootout while working on the race car the last couple of days. So that was nice.
That could be dangerous, though.
Hey,
What happened to that boat? I don't know. I was watching TV.
Yeah.
there was a lot of thrills and spills, but it was all on the TV. A lot of cars flying, not in a good way. A lot of tore up stuff.
Have they done like a flip count yet, or have you heard of it?
No, I think they only do one for the
Chili Bowl.
Chili Bowl.
The important one.
They do have a lot of cars flipped. They got some pretty scary wrecks going on too.
Because when I tuned in one time, they said there was like, I guess it was the first wreck. Took 27 and a half races for the first
All
wreck.
right. I got the results right here.
All right, here we go.
She said, Autumn did very well, and we proud of her. She hasn't been racing in these long.
And these law?
Easton did a phenomenal, and his uncle's Carl. His name's Carl. Carl for Chris. Watching Robbie and Paige race against each other was pretty good too. Whoa, why didn't you get invited to go race up there? That's long, man.
Those are the next two people I got. Is our mini sprint power couple, Robbie Smith, Paige Moss. Robbie actually, I think, made a couple A mains, at least one. So he's been, and he's always been fast around
Dude,
here.
I thought he would like move up into a bigger car, and
Yeah,
he just hasn't made the move.
Yeah, he's pretty content with his sprint car. He also races a Model Light every once in a
Yeah, I
while.
see that.
But yeah, he's pretty content with the micro sprint, and he's actually won a couple of big races out of state too. So good to, when you're good at what you do, why move up when you can go run nationally and make some money out of it?
So Rochelle said, didn't have the funding, my friend, or the crew to go help me. I'm thankful for the ride.
Well, Zach will help.
Yeah, you go ahead and read that.
All you had to do was just ask us too. I don't know if Brandon would have went.
I tell you, I do want to go to the Tulsa shootout.
I want to go too.
It seems
I
like
think
a very
it'd be
cool, especially like
Brandon just hates them.
Brandon. Well, I know why Brandon hates them because they sound like skeeters,
So annoying.
and you're indoors, so it probably sounds.
If you needed a crew, I'm pretty sure you could have asked a couple of us, and we probably would have been down.
Thomas and Steven would have gone.
There's your crew.
There you go.
There you go.
Thomas and Steven were.
You think we could?
Count me out.
You think we could have shoved Steven in one?
If he could fit in a mini cup,
Even anyway.
But which I think I think we talked about it before, but we need to build a car for the Chili Bowl. That'd be pretty sweet.
What? Who's gonna drive?
Me or you?
What's that? He's skinny.
See, Dad brought that up because Kyle Busch talked about how he didn't want to run it because there's no weight rule and he weighs 200 pounds. But I said I don't care.
Well, rear percentage. You need rear percentage.
Oh, we'll get plenty of rear percentage with me or you in the car.
Dude, we'll have to get.
We need about a 150-pound piece of lead in the nose.
Oh, jeez.
What happened?
Nothing. He just handled Jesus like 150 pounds weight.
Why he look at his phone?
I'm making sure nobody else commented. I'm still watching this track prep go on.
Hey,
It's been going on for like 40 minutes now.
that's worse than it's just
Every time I've tuned in, they've always been doing track prep. Except for the first day when I tuned in.
See, I was watching pretty much all day yesterday, and when they were doing track prep, it wasn't a lot. But now they're getting ready for the A mains, I think, or at least the LCQs.
I don't know
Which,
if you hear.
so I don't know if y'all know how the format works, but eventually you end up in either an LCQ or a B main, and you have to finish in the top 2 of the B main to make the LCQ.
What is that? Cool. Last chance call.
Yeah. So, normally if you win a B main, you don't have to run an LCQ.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
What is that, last year? Oh.
What does that stand for? Last chance qualifier or something?
Jeez. That makes sense.
But no, you get what I'm saying. Where normally you don't have to run an LCQ if you run top 2 in a B main, but the way their format is, you have to do good
So,
to make the LCQ.
So, like, they qualify, right?
I think so.
So if you qualify,
Actually, no.
fastest guy there.
I don't think they qualify because what they do is they run your heat races. You get a mixture of passing points and where you finish points.
I think passing points is stupid.
It's very stupid. Dodge Carbert actually posted the chart that they use from if you start here and finish here, that's how many points you get. And then you get that, and then you run the second day, and you add your scores together, and that decides whether you go to the A, or that decides whether you go to qualifiers, C main, whatever, all that. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
To figure out where you run in that. A lot of calculations.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, back to our Florida people. We got, like I mentioned earlier, John Crowder. We've got Easton Lebo, Weston Foster, Case Hotman, Jim Cradle, Colton Robinson, Noah Carpenter, and Colton Harbin, which I didn't realize how many people from Florida we had that were running the Tulsa shootout. It was actually kind of surprised me. And then we've got the flip at the end of the qualifier in which 2 cars actually advanced after they flipped. So they had to get towed over to the scales, and they had to make weight after flipping.
Nice.
What?
Yeah. The good thing is the first one they put on was like 200 pounds to the good or something. You have to weigh like 7 or 750, and they weighed 9 something. So again, that's why I'm not too worried about weight because you still got to make all that horsepower hook up.
Yeah.
Then we have they had a 2-seater going, which has got to have like a 30-foot chain.
Yeah.
They had a couple. They did that a lot actually. It seemed like right after they did any track prep, they put 2-seater out there.
You want to answer that? Where's Steven?
I don't know where he's at.
I don't know where Steven's at.
Where's Steven? We need entertainment.
We thought maybe he was with you.
We thought he was you. Partying it up.
Yeah, he's not. I thut you had him.
Yeah, if you ain't got him, we don't know where he's at.
He's lost. Please return.
Yeah.
Put out a search warrant.
If found, please return to. Just drop him off at Ring Power, I guess.
So, what else you got?
Oh man. Let's see.
Barstow said
Barstow said he's in love again. We knew. You ain't with me. You mean he ain't with you?
You ain't having no New Year's party? I thought he was invited.
So where'd he go?
Who knows?
No one knows.
Should we go check his house?
We'll pull that bitch down the road.
Hell yeah. I tried to find the name of the driver of the two-seater. All I got was Jake.
Jake Lane?
No.
But let me tell you, that guy was letting her hang out. He was running the cushion, and I imagine, like Dad brought up, that's got to take some getting used to because now you're right. You're about 2 feet further behind than your.
Your dad goes, he may have a cone stuck up his ass as Megan.
But Megan earlier said that she didn't know where he was at. He's running wild.
He's going wild.
Big boy gone wild. We're going to put that on
2 ton, off 2 ton.
I wonder where'd he go? Did he get lost?
I don't know. He just said he wasn't going to make the show today. He didn't say.
I guess he got lost.
Maybe on lockdown, Billy barks his ass.
Yeah, but Megan didn't know where he was.
I don't know. I worked eight.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Y'all, he's missing in action. I have no clue where he's at. She's a liar. You're lying. I just texted his location. He's at the gay bar.
I knew he liked chicks with dick.
Oh, go on, Ricky. I love it. Oh.
I love Ricky's commentary.
Where's Thomas? Thomas says...
Who?
Exactly.
Yeah, I ain't going to say nothing.
We ain't going to say nothing on that.
Is he talking about the guy that owns that thing over there?
That 72 right there? Yep.
Yeah, that thing.
Does it show up, fix his race car? Yep.
Where'd the roof go?
Who?
Where's the roof at?
Roof what? You run a roof on those things?
Most people do.
No, not important.
No.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, because you brought him there.
Oh, shit.
Can you stop squeaking?
I'm sorry.
9 minutes, boys. 9 minutes. What we got?
We still got a little bit here. So, yeah, like we mentioned, they've been racing from 10 a.m. to probably midnight or 1 a.m. After the flow coverage last night, they had some highlights, and one that I thought was pretty funny. So the kid gets out of the top of the car and kind of raises his arms up at another driver like he's about to yell at him. And the dad reached up and just grabbed him by the Hans device and yanked him down like, oh, we ain't doing that. That is not how we act around here.
Especially not on TV.
And then the mom decided to put her hands on the camera, which the dad had to apologize for because you don't want to break one of them cameras. I assure you, they're expensive. Then we had, apparently the shootout accused the driver of shift starting, which for those that don't know, like Zach may not know, that means he shifted on a restart.
Can't do that.
They can't do that. And in fact, in some series, they have lights on the back that let you know when that person's in their race gear. And if that light ever comes off, they basically are told to stop racing.
So you could only shift after you start then?
No, you can't shift at all. You shift, you get rolling, you shift into your race gear,
Right.
and you don't shift no more. And it's basically to discourage people from shifting and creating situations where they might destroy their transmissions and cause havoc and chaos and miss a shift, which could send somebody flying into the, well, not the flag stands, the flag stands on the woods. Actually, he did have a couple of close calls in the infield, the flagman did.
What else you got, big dog?
Yeah.
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, nobody does.
Who?
Yeah.
Is he from here?
No. We'll get to him in a second. The last thing I got that I seen today from Showtime that I thought was pretty cool, the way they're doing racing today, there's no practice, and they're doing a pill draw for the lineups.
Nice.
So, old school. And, of course, people were complaining because they didn't get practice.
So suck.
Yeah.
Either go home or race.
Asphalt guys practice too much anyways. So, I like that Showtime's doing that. There's no practice, just line up and go, because that's how it should be on a local Saturday night show.
Correct.
And now we've got our Cobb of the Year.
Oh, what'd he do?
He
Well,
does,
who is first?
so his name is Andres Howard. He lives somewhere up north. And a little bit of background on this guy is he owns an outlaw cart.
Okay.
It's probably like 30 years old. He uses it as a yard cart usually. He has a little track out in his yard, whatever.
I like it.
It's got a 250cc motor on it, racing, and he's decided to race it against 500s.
Okay.
His best finish is second out of 3 at his local track.
Okay.
The race before that, he drove off the end of the racetrack by himself.
Can I just ask, where did you get this guy?
Where'd you find
Where
that?
did you get the name, and then where did you do the research?
Facebook. This kid added me on Facebook years ago, and it was like, for years it was like, all right, he's just racing in his backyard. Cool. Well, one day he decided to put on there that he could outrun one of the best in midget racing. I forgot which driver he called out. But a couple weeks ago, he decided to say that Kyle Larson should stick to race cars because he can't drive a go-kart, and if that's the best that we got, then this kid apparently is the best driver in the world. Mind you, his best finish at his local track is 2nd out of 3.
He got 2nd. It doesn't matter how many go-karts.
And he is always posting stuff about how he's the best there's ever been, and like he's the guy that goes, "Oh, just watch me this weekend."
Oh, he brings watching.
Nick Hebrang's watching.
Yeah, he might be coming out of retirement here soon.
Where is he coming out of retirement for nationals? No.
That's good. Since the show's
I'll show you this. It's comical because he's always calling people out, and then like you go to those people and you look through and it's like Victory Lane, trophy, and then you go to his page and it's like
backyard.
Nothing. Yeah, and then he says, "Oh well, I've got YouTube videos," and someone says, "Okay, show us." And he goes, "Oh, I'll give them to you." He goes, "Well, why don't you show them to everybody?" "Oh, I'll just send them to you." Like, yeah. So at this point, it's just comical. I had thought about unfriending him at one point, but it's pretty funny.
Your dad is related to me. Screw you.
LJ Grimm won today.
LJ Grimm did win, and the number 72 truck, that was a big tribute to his dad. So that was cool to see. And like we mentioned before, LJ's one of them guys that can get in just about anything and run good in it. So
I think he did something with that truck. I thought I saw on Facebook.
what do you mean?
Like gave the hood out or something to some kid in the stands or something.
That's cool. Well, all in all, good year.
Yeah.
That's all you got? Are you done?
I think yeah.
You think you're done?
That's all we got. I feel like I remember. I feel like I keep forgetting to write stuff down, but there was quite a bit here. How's the Tulsa shootout going? Have you given up?
We're still under track prep and
Last chance qualifying is up next.
I can't watch that shit. It takes too long.
But ever since we've started the show, they've been on track prep. So they've done an hour's worth of track prep for last chance. And then we'll probably spend another 30 minutes doing more track prep.
Yeah. I'm not sure why they decided to do it on Sunday. I guess because of New Year's, but I don't know. Kind of interesting that they are running their championship night on Sunday this year rather than Saturday.
So, your dad's upcoming races. We already did that. Oh, Billy Barson said that. Well, I got Volusia for Summer National, whatever it's called.
Yeah, we've got East Bay's Winter Nationals coming up, depending on... I mean, we already plan on going down to Hendry County after that. And then we've started the discussion on going to All-Tech for the 10,000 to win. And it basically is going to come down to how good East Bay goes. If East Bay goes great, then we'll go buy gear and go run All-Tech. And if we do terrible at East Bay, we'll probably go run Hendry County and try to get better. So,
well, all in all, a good year for us. Well, I guess.
Zach, any races coming up?
No, not yet. Nah,
We need to find him a go-kart ride just so he has something to talk about.
I'm trying to make a track in my backyard. Now I can practice a little bit.
There we go.
Well, we got to thank our sponsors before we close this out. RCP America, Billy Barstow, Motorsports, and Candace Keeley. I believe I still have shirts for sale. I have to look. Zach, you suck.
We might have some new merch coming up, maybe.
Oh, we might have some new merch coming out.
Yeah.
For the Let's Go Call podcast. Watch out for that.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'll see y'all next year.
Well, tomorrow will be the next year, bud. So.
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
Y'all haven't worked since. What are y'all going to be on? Like 2
Hey,
days off?
take it easy.
Yeah, in the live we talk about this. Yeah, take it easy. We worked, go-kart. We worked hard.
Ugh.